What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat. We're here at the Nerdcast with the next episode of The Long Dark. And my microphone is in a very weird spot today. I'm going to have to adjust and get used to it because I'm too lazy to move it right now. And also the little leggy part of my tripod is sort of like underneath my chair. And so actually it is weighed down with the massive mighty power of my ass. And so there it is. What we're going to be doing in today's episode, we need food. We need food pretty badly. Food is looking like one of those things that we really need to take care of because we are grumbly in the tumbly. And so I think I'm going to spend the time today. We've got one beef jerky left, so let's eat that. But we need to spend a lot of time getting ourselves a nice store of food. And while I'm not really sure how you're supposed to survive in this game long term, because once you loot everything, it seems like that's that, and the map is out of items, there is an achievement to survive for 50 days. But how you would do that, I guess you would just sit in your house and farm water and farm food and then just sit around, because I think we've hit just about everything on the map right now. I don't think there are that many more resources that we can draw upon in this episode. And so I've eaten a lot of our food because I haven't really had a choice. We just needed to make it happen. On the plus side, we did get an item that would allow us to handle dead bodies, which is something that we haven't had before. And so when it comes to killing things, we should be able to shear off the nummy bits from each of the wolves and the elk and the antelope or whatever the hell else it is. I think it's just deer. There's no antelope out here. It's just deer, and they are very dear to me. So we're going to see if we can find them. It is 10 in the morning. I don't know when we quit the last episode. Oh, that was my stomach. I thought there was a wolf running up on me. Nope. Just my tummy bits making lots of noise. It'd be great if you could use the axe to fight off wolves, too. I don't know if the developers have considered putting that in the game, but that would be something that would make me super pleased. And so if that would be in the game, then you could actually stand a fighting chance against the wolves. But okay, that sounded like the most painful menu opening in the history of mankind. Like, opening this menu is so painful. I don't think we've been off in a lot of those directions, but I think there's dead bodies over here for us to curate, or to take part in, or to dig around inside of, to open them up like a tauntaun in a Star Wars episode, namely Episode 5, which is my favorite, The Empire Strikes Back. That's, by my personal opinion, that is the best movie. I strongly agree with the opinion put forward in Clerks, where it's the darkest part of the entire saga. And so you're waiting for everything to come back. It's sort of after, it's kind of like, I don't know. It felt like, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I had a temptation right now to make a different reference, but I'm not going to do it because I know that the backlash that would occur if I did it is going to be resounding. And so I'm not interested in sounding, let alone resounding. And so I'm just going to leave it where it is. Oh, we have a wolf. Wolfie! Come here and let me eat you, you little bastard. I'm going to feast on your flesh. Did they change the AI? The wolves didn't used to do this. Why is he running from me? He smells the blood of his... They're tricking me right now, aren't they? It's a ruse! It's a ruse! Okay, well, there's a dead wolf over... Maybe this is his mother over here, and we killed his mother, and now he's just sitting over there, just like, ah! Revenge will be mine! How... You know, it seems kind... It sounds like there's another one over there, too. How cold are we? Because we don't have a whole lot of condition to play with right now. Let me drink the potable water. Okay, so we got the potable water. Ooh, that actually didn't help our thirst very much. I may have to use more of our purification tablets just as sort of a survival measure, like a necessary technique. It's going to take us an hour and 10. How bad is our coldness right now? It feels like -7, so it's pretty cold, but it's not too cold. Let's go ahead and we'll do 2.5 maybe. That will hurt our calories. But we have more than enough firewood. Let's go ahead and use the water purification tablets on that other water over there just to make sure that we stay okay. And tonight what we'll try and do is we'll try and ensure that we have more than enough wood, we have more than enough food to keep us rocking. Where is this wolf at? I don't know if the game just moves them around sort of invisibly while you do these tasks, but it makes me nervous. Our condition is deteriorating. I'm gonna go for 1 more kilogram of meat off this thing, just so that I can future-proof slightly. God, they need to stop that. Alright.
Where can I find something to eat?
Now we're gonna go back. It sounds like he's turning into some kind of like troglodyte caveman. I feel like his mental faculties are falling apart now as he slowly gets hungry and hungry. He's like, meat, good, put food in mouth. That me, my tree bark delicious. And just like running around eating random objects. I'm so hungry. We will not have any Donner Parter situations, so we need to get back to our house. What we'll do is we'll jump into the house, because walking into the house is way too simple. We'll jump on into the house. We will purify ourselves some more water, which is incredibly important at this point. And we're just going to focus on getting our condition back. There's more than enough meat over there to get us through the next couple days. How many meats did we take off of that, by the way? So that counted as 6. Now, the condition is pretty bad on this meat. I don't know if the condition has any effect on whether you get food poisoning or not. It seems possible. We're just gonna have to take that risk, though. There's really nothing else that I can say about it at this point. We are 100% out of food. We have no other resources to draw upon, and so I think we're just gonna have to go for it. If this actually ends up giving us food poisoning, what I'll try and do then is I'll only try and harvest off of fresh sources. I know that, I mean, we're sitting out in the freezing cold. I can't. It's like it's for real. This is how like Inuits and Eskimos and whatnot, they would just throw like the meat like right outside their house because meh, it stays frozen. So I don't think meat would go bad in this environment very quickly, aside from like random bits of dirt and refuse, detritus gathering on top of your steaky bits. And so I'm not that worried about it for the moment, but we do need to eat. So let's do that. I think I'll continue to use my reclaimed wood for right now. So there it is. Let's pick up all the reclaimed wood. I'm going to save the good firewood for later. We do have a way to get the good firewood back now because we have the, how much did that hurt my hatchet, by the way? Let's see here. Hatchet! Oh, that only did like 1%. Oh, my hatchet's great. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll start a fire. I'm not going to use an accelerant. Let's go ahead and we'll just try it the normal way so that if we fail, I guess we can try and level up a little bit better, but we need to get water going. We need to get food going.
Come on, little fire.
I feel like he's coaxing it.
Little fire, let me light you. Inside of my stove.
Come on. This one will probably make it. I bet that it will. This one's going to be alright. Although if you have tinder, matches, and a log and you can't light a fire, that seems a little suspect. You may want to work on your fire starting skills. Even people that live in cities should probably be able to do that. I mean, I can do it, and I live in a city, so there it is. I think that's probably why we might be getting food poisoning, is because the condition of the food is too low. We'll give it a go. I mean, we've got antibiotics and whatever it takes, and we can rest for 12 hours if we need to. It's not too huge of a deal. What I'll do instead is I'll melt down snow right now. Like 3 liters.
So hungry.
And then what we'll do is we'll make sure that we have a water supply so that when we eat this, if we end up getting really sick, it'll be okay. So let's boil the water now. That's going to take us another grip of time. I think it takes 20 minutes per meat, so as long as we have 20 minutes left, we can make ourselves another meat too. Maybe even 2 meats. That was at 47, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. This should also up the air temperature. Yeah, it actually took us 20 minutes, so we can get 3 meats done right now, although the condition of them is very, very low at the moment. They may not be good to eat. Once again, something I'm very, very worried about. We're just going to give it a go, and if we get sick, we get sick, because there is no other food for us to eat. Basically, it's at 70%. It's not too bad. We should probably cook the rest right now, though. I don't know. It's pretty early in the day, too. So, let's eat that, and if we get sick, we get sick. And so we're no longer starving. Let's eat another one. No food poisoning? Okay, and so we've eaten that. We've got enough calories right now to get by for a while. We've boiled off a lot of water. That should last us a couple days. And once again, I'm feeling pretty good about this playthrough. Now, I'm worried. I don't know what's going to happen to this meat once it hits 0 condition. And so I think I'll wait a couple minutes, but I'm not sure what's triggering the food poisoning, whether it's me eating too much food, because your body does. If you eat too much food, your body will flush it through. You'll get diarrhea. So if you're in a survival situation, you know, don't eat too much food, and also don't eat not enough food. Both of them are bad for you. If you eat too much, your body will flush it straight through. And I'm not trying to be gross right now. It's just a fact. You're either that or you'll throw it up, one or the other. I'm not going to kill the deer right now, because I don't think that I have time. Actually, I do. My condition's at 20%. We might be okay. I don't really want him to go too far from our house, though. I don't want to shoot a moving target either. Honestly, the best way to hunt a deer is just to be in a deer tower and sneak up on it. Once it's moving, you run the risk of shooting it somewhere you don't want to and get too much blood in the meat or whatever. That's also in this game. You don't have to hang things. So, for example, when you hunt, you have to slit the throat after you kill it, and you got to hang it. Like my neighbor, my best friend's dad got in trouble because he hung a deer up in his front yard, and apparently it traumatized all of our suburban neighbors. He hung a deer up in the front yard from his tree to have it bleed in a bucket because he didn't want to do it in his garage because he didn't have a mop or anything to clean up the concrete if it happened. He wanted it to be in the grass if it bled everywhere so that it wouldn't cause a huge mess. And so people complained. Definitely complained. I think a cop came and he thought it was hilarious. Like the cop was basically like, yeah, I don't know if you can do that, but you're upsetting your neighbor's children or something. You've killed Bambi. But the cop thought it was funny as hell. But I don't know. You got to get that venison sometimes. And honestly, hunting's kind of a lonely trade. Sometimes you don't get anything when you go hunting. I know hunters that, well, if you turkey hunt around where I live, you can get a turkey every single time. Pheasant's hard to hunt where I live. There's hardly any pheasant. And in fact, I don't even know if we have a pheasant season where I live anymore. I get the feeling I've only seen a pheasant like twice in my entire life. Like they're around where I live, but you never see them. Like you see a pheasant and you're like, oh my god, what is that, a peacock? What is that thing? Looks like a weird unfeathered peacock. And nope, it's a pheasant. We have them, you just don't see them ever. And so that leads me to believe they might not be very common around where we live. So they may not be okay to shootificate. I guess what I can do now is let's eat that other wolf meat. If we get food poisoning, we get food poisoning, I guess. And what I'd like to do right now is let's forage wood, and we're going to use our hatchet. Oh, it lowered the calories burned. That's good. Let's take it slow for right now. We will forage for 1 hour. It said that it was going to do 10% durability to my hatchet, though, which is bad. Hatchet degraded to 52% condition. I do have the materials required in order to fix that. So we do have, I think you need wood. Like you need fir wood, and then you need tools, and you need scrap metal, I think. And so we should be able to fix that up if this gets a little bit too out of hand. I'm surprised by how much that damaged my hatchet. I've had hatchets for 5 or 6 years that I've only had to sharpen like once. Maybe I don't know. This game is really sort of over severe about just about everything, to be honest. The degradation of everything in this game takes place very, very quickly. And it's a hatchet. It's a wedge on the end of a stick. Wood, I mean, as long as it's sharp to begin with, wood is not harder than metal. Therefore, they don't really dull down that quickly. What are you complaining about, man? My character really seems like he's got some kind of major malfunction. I wonder what the range is on this rifle, too. Let's see here. I like to think that I'm crawling around in the snoo right now. Alright, so... Oh, man, don't go behind the tree. Deer's like, take cover! Hunting season! Get down! Get in the trench! That must be horrible for deer when the hunting season starts. You just gotta be jumpy all the time from then on. Just be like, huh, what was that? It was just a stick. What was that? Oh god. It was a thing. It moved. Oh, it's just a leaf. Like, you just gotta be jumpy all the time, otherwise you wind up dead. God, the joys of being a deer. Well, what happens if I forage wood outside? That also does... maximum fuel find per hour. Wow, you can wreck up your hatchet pretty well doing this. It's 6 o'clock, so it's 4 right now. I don't know if I should shoot a deer and cure the meat because it does degrade in your inventory, which is sort of interesting. It'd be nice if they put in something like a tanning rack or something where you could... Let's get him right here. Oh, what? How is that high? I wonder if as you degrade, you get a little bit of muzzle variance. My gun is pretty beat up too right now. I felt like that was pretty close to on, and that shot way high. Interesting. I don't think I've ever missed in this game before. I'm feeling a little bit inadequate right now. I feel like I need to go like wash my hands and cry and, I don't know, select a new deity or something. Not really sure. Oh God of deer, please look upon me and allow me to shoot forth one of your children. Perhaps one that you don't like. Perhaps Chester, indeed. For I have heard thee complain about Chester, the deer who never does what you tell him and also never does his deer chores properly. There we go. Got him on that one. Typically with a deer, as far as I understand, you're supposed to shoot for the heart, which is around here somewhere. It's probably on the left side of the chest cavity, so it's probably like there. But yeah, you don't go for head, at least if you're not trophy hunting, where if you want the head to be useful at all, because a lot of people like to mount the heads after they shoot them. If you're trying to mount the head, that's going to take me a long ass time. Okay. So what time is it right now, and also how cold am I? My condition's pretty bad. So maybe we'll go for half of... let's play it safe. Let's go for 45 minutes, and we'll see what happens, because our personal status... Are we still just chilling at 20%? Okay, let's get the rest then. Although it sounds like a storm's coming in. Let's just get a little bit of it. Hey. Are we doing a thing right now? I thought here. Harvest. Harvest forth of the deer! We can't let this go bad. We actually quite need this deer. And if we can get all the bits and bobs off of him...
I might have to drop some gear.
There we go. And we'll get the hide off of him too, because that's going to be really, really useful later on. We're also tired, so we're probably going to start seeing a very, very rapid degradation of our faculties. We're not cold though. Our gear is holding up remarkably well, so I think we'll probably be alright. Let's go ahead and eat that other wolf meat real fast. And then what we'll try and do tonight is we'll try and spend... Oh, I ate the last wolf meat. Okay, so we got to go make dinner. It's dinner time! Let's go ahead and do that, I guess. Since we've got water, that means that we can spend the entire evening just working on deer meat. I do wish that there was a way for me to figure out whether or not you could keep something saved for later. Yeah, we're exhausted now. I figured that would happen eventually. We are going to have to take a little nappy poo fairly soon. Frankly, we could probably just take a couple-hour nap right now, like drink before we do it, and then take a couple-hour nap, and then we can get up, we can cook some food, get that all done, then take another nap. Tomorrow, I think we're going to have to occupy ourselves by farming out wood, and that does a lot of damage to my hatchet, and so I'm a little bit worried about my ability to reliably gather wood. That's a little bit concerning, but the worst case scenario there is that I just don't use the hatchet when I search for wood because it doesn't seem to be economical, and then I just do what I did before where I scavenge for wood in my house, just kind of running around, and it just costs me a lot of calories instead. So you win some, you lose some. Sometimes the game doesn't go the way you want, and you just got to do what you got to do. We're at 3 days right now. A couple more days, and I'm going to get a Chivo, and I'm going to feel good about myself. And it's been a rough day. It's been a rough set of days. This week and next week, I know we hit 50,000 subscribers. I'm recording this on the day that we hit 50,000 subscribers, but I haven't made a video to address it yet. I will. Don't worry. I will make a video to address it, and it is something fun that I have planned for all of us, but I'm not going to announce it right now. Let me load the gun back up. We can't be wasting bullets either. That missed shot was really, really bad for us. Okay.
Something's gotta go.
So I'm going to say that we're going to drink up a little bit of water. We are deteriorating with regards to our condition. Our fatigue is bad. Our hunger is not so good either. But I don't have anything that I can eat. So I
could just lay down and have a little sleep right here.
Let's rest for an hour just to get our fatigue down for a bit. Take a little nap. I enjoy naps every now and again, but honestly, naps don't work for me like they seem to work for other people. Like, I know other people who take naps, and we're in the pitch blackness right now, unfortunately. Our condition went up, so let me see if I can find the bed. I'm swiveling blindly at the moment. We'll sleep for... Yeah, let's sleep for 2 hours, and then we'll get up, we'll make dinner around 11:30 or so. I think. Yeah. 26% condition, there we go. And so that gives us enough leeway. Let's light it with the reclaimed wood, I guess. God, illuminating our house with a hellish glow. Although I enjoy sleeping by fires, to be honest. It's super relaxing for me because when I go out on surveys, sometimes you just sleep out under the stars if it's warm enough. It's hard to tell how it's going to be in the desert a lot of the time, though. Oh, I don't have any fuel. I need to... Okay, let me pick up some of that right there. There we go. We'll throw the cedar firewood in there. And let's just take it slow for right now. I'm going to cook the meat that's looking like it's on the edge of turning, because I think it gains back a little bit of durability when we do this. And I think I am going to have to throw another log on the fire, unfortunately. That's just the nature of how this works. We're exhausted again, so our condition is going to fall off. However, I don't know if I should do all my cooking right now. We've got more than enough tinder bundles, so I think we'll probably be okay. We've got accelerant too, so I'll probably do more cooking tomorrow possibly. But for right now, let's go ahead and eat up. There we go. And so that should keep us stocked for a long time to come. And let's just cook up what we can right now. Let's use the remainder of the night to cook. We've got more than enough water for the next couple days. We've got the supplies that we need in order to get by. And so we'll just wake up a little bit late today. In fact, I'll probably go down till 8 or 9 o'clock once we cook all this. And that should be more than satisfactory to keep us stocked up for the days to come. And so I think we're just about at the end of the episode. As I get all this stuff done right here, I did want to invite all of you to play video games with me, actually. I've been playing Arcade, and I've also been playing WildStar, although to be honest, I've been playing Arcade a little bit more just because I enjoy games like EVE Online. And so I did want to invite all of you. I mean, it's a free-to-play game if you want to. I've made a Newian on Etsy, the server, and my name is Leomond, Leomonde. And so, oh god, that scared me when that went out. I thought I died spontaneously. But yeah, if you want to join me and you think that'd be fun, feel free to do so. I mean, hit me up. I'm trying to look for ways to play games with the Nerdcastle more because I do enjoy everybody's company, and I feel like I've been really, really busy lately and I've been able to do so. So I'll see you on the next episode. I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit, and I will see you when we awake.